Thinking about moving to Nashville? Whether you're relocating for work, family, or just looking for a change, Nashville does have a lot to offer. But it's not all bright lights and country music. In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the real pros and cons of living in Nashville, so you can decide if it's the right move for you. Hey y'all, I'm Tierra.Hensley, a local realtor here in the Middle Tennessee area. I help buyers, sellers, and people relocating to Nashville get a sense of what it feels like to live in and around Nashville. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you don't miss an update. So let's go ahead and get into the good, the not so good, and everything in between when it comes to living in Music City. So the first pro. Job opportunities here are solid. Nashville has a strong job market, and that's one of the biggest reasons why people move here in the first place. Healthcare, technology, entertainment, education, they're all huge industries here in Nashville. Companies like HCA Healthcare, Vanderbilt, Nissan, General Motors, Mars, there are so many other ones that have a huge footprint here in the Middle Tennessee area. And if you're in a startup stage where you're looking to build your business, Nashville is a pretty solid city for entrepreneurs. So it's not just music and entertainment. Although there is a lot of that here too, it's a city where people are actually building careers. Now, my first con is the traffic. So getting around Nashville is rough. If you've heard somebody complaining about the Nashville traffic, they're not lying. We have grown very, very fast. More fast than the roads can keep up with. Public transportation is limited right now, although Nashville is doing something about that, and I did mention that in a previous video. So that will be expanded eventually, but right now it's just not the best. So with that, rush hour can be brutal. Unless you live close to where you work or unless you're working from home, you can expect to spend some time in the car. There are bike lanes in some parts of the city, but you can still expect to see the majority of people in cars. So just know the traffic here isn't pretty and to bring a lot of patience. So moving right along to my next pro. Here in the city of Nashville, there is always something to do. You won't be bored living in Nashville unless that's your choice. You have everything from concerts to sports games to outdoor festivals. There's just something going on every weekend. The CMA Fest, Nashville Film Fest, Comedy Fest, you name it, we've got it. We have professional football, hockey, soccer, and even minor league baseball. So if you're into sports, you're definitely covered on that end. If you're into live music, well, you're really covered living here in Nashville, because there's always some type of concert. There's also Broadway downtown, but most of the locals here don't really go downtown that much. It's normally tourists going downtown, but there are also other laid back spots that aren't right there downtown Nashville. So that, like I said, there's always something to do here. My second con is going to be the cost of living here. It just keeps going up and up and up and up. Let's be real, Nashville isn't as affordable as it used to be. The cost of housing has gone up a lot in the last few years. Rental prices have went up, and if you're looking to buy, you'll notice that the home prices here are higher than those in like Knoxville or Chattanooga. Sales tax is high too. It could be over 9% when you factor in the local taxes, depending on which city you're in. So of course, that can add up when you're out shopping or eating out. But the flip side to that is Tennessee has no state income tax. So maybe that'll help balance it out. I don't know, but the cost of living here is still high. My next pro, you guys, the food scene here is crazy. One of my favorite parts about living in Nashville is all of the different restaurants to try. There are so many different options available in the downtown Nashville area, the suburbs, the outskirts. It's way too many. And if you follow me like on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see that I am constantly doing reviews of different food places that I've tried. You have old school places like Prince's Hot Chicken, which I haven't tried that one yet because I'm not a very big fan of hot chicken or hot food in general. And then you have newer food options in East Nashville and places like The Gulch. There is no shortage of places to eat or new places to try if you're living out here in the Nashville area. Nashville holds its own as a foodie town. So my next con, summers here are hot and sticky. We do get that deep south humidity. So you could have taken a shower in the house and on a hot summer day, walk outside, and then you're just immediately like moist, like wet, sticky from all of the humidity, especially in July and August. It can be uncomfortable if you're not used to it, especially if you're coming from somewhere on the West Coast, such as California or Arizona. The heat over there isn't as humid as it is this way. With the heat comes all of the bugs, like the ticks and the mosquitoes and all that good stuff. So that's just something to be prepared for if that's not something that you're not used to, say if you're moving from up north or the West Coast, a different region. The next pro on my list is Nashville is very family friendly oriented. It's a good spot to raise a family. There's a lot of different parks, like nature parks, greenways, playgrounds, and just different places to take your kids. We have a zoo, we have the science center, there's a children's theater. There are a lot of great suburbs too if you want to raise your family and you don't want to live in the heart of Nashville. There are also a lot of free museums available in Nashville that you could take your kids to. Plenty of weekend activities, classes that you can get involved in, sporting leagues, and just different events for your family. So it's not all honky tonks and bachelorette parties here in Nashville. It's also a really good place to raise a family. Now, my next con is going to be the public schools here in Nashville kind of have mixed reviews. Now, this one's important if you do have kids and you do have a family that you want to raise here in Nashville. Public schools in Nashville are improving, but they are not as top ranked as some of the other cities around Nashville. If you were to move to Nashville, Davidson County, your kid would be a part of Metro Nashville Public Schools. The overall grade given to the Metro Nashville Public Schools on niche.com is a B-, which, like I said, it isn't that bad and there is improvement. But if you do have kids, that's something that you may want to do a little research on before you decide exactly where you want to move your family. My next pro is the access to outdoors. So Nashville has a really good balance between city and nature. You have places like Radnor Lake, Percy Warner Park, and the Cumberland River all nearby. And in those places you can hike, you can ride a bike, you can kayak, or you can just walk around and enjoy nature and take in all of that beautiful scenery. So if you like to be outside, but you still also enjoy the convenience of city life, Nashville offers a great mix of city and nature. My next pro is the local arts and culture scene here. Beyond music, Nashville has a lot of culture. You'll find different art galleries, museums, and theater productions throughout the city. There are monthly art crawls, dance performances, film screenings. Nashville is just a very creative city. And if you haven't visited Oak Hill, you should definitely go there and check out all of the art in that city. If you're someone who likes to be around people, whether it's music or paintings, Nashville is a good place for that. And my final pro about living in Nashville would be your higher education opportunities. Whether you're pursuing a degree or you want to live in a city with a strong college presence, Nashville is packed with higher education options. You have Belmont, Vanderbilt, Lipscomb, MTSU, Fisk, Tennessee State. The list goes on and on. These schools bring people in from all over the world. And that goes back to the culture that Nashville brings. Because of all of these different colleges and educational opportunities and people coming from all over, and it adds that much more culture to the city. So even if you're a college student or a high school looking to relocate to a city that has lots of educational opportunities, keep Nashville in mind for sure. So here's the real deal. Nashville has its challenges, from the traffic, the heat, to the higher cost of living. But it also has a lot to offer. A very strong job market, a great food scene, great music, great family neighborhoods, and just tons to do. If you're thinking about making the move to Nashville, I'd love to help you. I can help you figure out if it's the right fit for you and help you find the right neighborhood that matches your lifestyle. Give me a call, send me a text. My number is 931-486-4537. If you have any questions about relocating, neighborhoods, schools, or the housing market in Nashville, don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you guys next time.